What's in my camera backpack for travel in 2019? Hey Siri, what's in my travel bag?
That's not my name, but to answer your question, I don't know. Why don't you tell me? But first get your ass on the plane to New Orleans.
Well, good morning from New Orleans. Today's the day where we talk about what's in my travel camera bag, and let's start with one of the most important things, which is the camera bag itself. The Vanguard Alta 51D. Alright, let's explore New Orleans with this backpack now. I will leave the product links to all the things I'm gonna share with you today in the description below. Right off Royal Street in front of St. Louis Cathedral, and there's no better place to start talking about what cameras I use. And the main camera I use is actually the Sony a7S II. I've been shooting with this camera for quite a while, and I'm just waiting for Sony to come out with the a7S III. The other camera I'm using is actually the RX100 Mark V. It's kind of a vlogging camera, or supposed to be a vlogging camera for me, but eventually I actually ended up using this camera mostly for time-lapse shots. You also see that I'm using a 28mm Sony lens f2.0. Also on this camera is the Rode VideoMic Pro, which I always have on this camera, pretty much always, to capture the environmental sound or even my voice. In this case, I just want to show you what it sounds like here on Royal Street with the street musicians.
Oh, when the night has come, little Mary said she was kind of afraid of the dark. She said, I guess I'll go.
Okay, let's talk about tripods. The main tripod I carry with me is the Manfrotto B3. It is fairly lightweight and quite compact. This is the aluminum version of it, but there is also a carbon fiber version out. I have to say the fluid head is not as great, but it does its job for travel purposes. And then of course I carry a Joby GorillaPod with me. This is something I use mostly to set up time-lapse, so I attach my camera stationary at kind of unusual places. And guys, look at this massive smoothie. I've never seen anything like this before, but strawberry berry booster for the win. Cheers. Okay, the last few shots you've seen were shot on this monster of a lens, the Canon 70x200 2.8. I don't know why I'm carrying this around on this trip, frankly. I think it's more nature scene, animal lens, but you can use it on humans as well, I guess. But it's also a good workout. It's heavy AF, and I don't need autofocus with that. Now I'm gonna put on actually the other lens, which is arguably one of my favorite lenses, which is the 35mm 1.5 by Rokinon. It has a super nice shallow depth of field, which gives it a really cinematic look. And I have a treat for you. Give me 1 second. What I'm gonna do now is actually put the a7S II together with the Rokinon 35mm on the Ronin S gimbal, the stabilizer. I recently got it. I already made a video about that. Check it out over here. But what I just got last week in the mail is the focus motor, because the Rokinon lens is completely manual. Focusing on the go while operating a gimbal was really tricky. So this is really the first time me shooting with the Ronin S focus motor on a manual lens. So let's just try it out and see what kind of footage we can capture here on Bourbon Street and Royal Street. Pro tip, always have coins in your camera bag because you need to screw on cheese plates. A coin comes in very, very handy. One camera, aside from my main camera, I try to have always with me on all my trips is actually a drone. And there's currently no better drone, no more compact drone than the Mavic 2 Pro by DJI. You just fold it up and it even fits into this top compartment here of my backpack. And I can just pull it out whenever I see an opportunity to fly the drone and have it with me.
Win or lose, it should be worth the fight. Heaven or hell, or you better not fuck up. Been through enough fire, I've heard all your life. This time around, I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, 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 give it all up.
What a night! I just got back in the hotel room and am super exhausted. But one lens I haven't talked to you about yet, but I was just shooting with it like crazy on Bourbon Street, is the Helios 44-2, which is a Russian vintage lens. It's 58mm with an aperture of 2.0 and it gives you these crazy lens flares. And it's really an amazing lens to shoot at night. It is actually one of my favorite ones.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'.
Actually, one extra camera which I usually take with me but haven't shared with you yet is the GoPro. I mainly use it for time lapses, but also in case I need action shots or mount it to a car. Good camera, small, compact, you just throw it in, don't worry about it. Alright, now you know what I'm carrying around with me. So if you have any questions about the particular gear pieces I just talked about, just let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends who are photography and filmmaking geeks. And as always, thanks so much for watching whenever you are around this beautiful planet. Thank you. Bye bye.